In today's video, I am going to talk about why the LLC is the most common business structure for entrepreneurs. So you probably clicked on this video because you want to learn why an LLC is the most common business structure for entrepreneurs. Hi, I'm Andrew from Olaya Law, where we help entrepreneurs just like you start your businesses without dealing with the complicated legal forms. Our done-for-you service is backed by over 2,110 5-star Google reviews, and we can help you start your business too. I am a recent law school graduate and I am currently awaiting my results. And in the meantime, I'm helping entrepreneurs just like you start your businesses too. So let's get straight to it. Why is the LLC the most common business structure for entrepreneurs? First-time business owners sometimes struggle with deciding on how to structure their business. A sole proprietorship is the most common and simplest structure selected to start a business. Now, let's talk about why the LLC is the most common business structure in order to separate your personal from your business. The LLC business structure combines the pass-through taxation of a partnership or sole proprietorship with the limited liability of a corporation, creating the best of both worlds for business owners. First-time business owners often recognize the benefits of this business structure, such as tax advantages, business deductions, personal liability protection, income tracking, and the fact that LLCs don't pay business taxes. Now, self-employment and LLC limited liabilities companies have many benefits. Many small business owners find that LLCs are easier for taxes, income tracking, lawsuits, and business write-offs. LLCs do not pay taxes as entities. LLCs are pass-through structures, which means that taxes are sent instead to the members. The owners need to pay all the taxes the LLC profits and consequently ought to make quarterly payments. The owners should pay normal income tax as well as self-employment tax. It is important to ensure that all checks for the LLC are made out to the LLC's name. For expenses, checks should be written from the LLC's account. It is important to track income for preparing the LLC's profit and loss statement. The owner can pay themselves anytime. The owner can just write a check from the LLC to themselves. The two-tiered tracking method permits strong business accounting, as well as unlimited payments to themselves or other LLC members. The company accounting ledger tracks all LLC expenses. An LLC can write off many expenses that an individual can't do so themselves. However, the owner can't write off their own car on their taxes. Rather, the LLC can own a car. The LLC can depreciate at yearly end, therefore lower its reported net income. When the income passes through to the members, the car expense will already be deducted. A self-employed person needs to work hard to build their own assets and those for their family. The LLC owner has no personal liability for the company mistakes. Liability means being legally responsible for a matter. A LLC is a private legal entity in the US that mixes corporate limited personal liability. A limited company, such as an LLC, is a private legal entity in the US that mixes corporate limited personal liability with partnership and sole proprietorships simplified taxation. The LLC's owner put the company's profits and losses on their individual tax returns. That's what makes it a pass-through taxation entity, instead of an LLC corporate tax return. LLC owners are called members. The LLC can be owned by just one person, two or more people, by a corporation, or by another LLC. The LLC's members are not held personally liable for the business's obligations. If the business cannot pay its obligations such as rent, loan payments, business suppliers, etc., creditors can only pursue the LLC's assets. The LLC's members risk only losing the capital they have put into the business, protecting their personal assets such as their home, car, etc. It is important to note that LLC members are not given total protection against liability. LLC members can be held personally liable just like corporate shareholders under certain circumstances. LLC members can be held liable for causes including a member giving a personal guarantee for a business loan or debt, a member directly and individually damaging a person or harming a person, a member doesn't submit taxes that were held for the employee's wages. Another example is a member purposely does an illegal, fraudulent, or reckless act that harms the LLC or another person. As long as you avoid these, the LLC will provide you with that personal liability protection. Now, an LLC's assets usually can't be used by creditors for a member's individual debts. Depending on the state, potential creditor actions include a charging order. Basically, a charging order is a court order that orders the LLC to directly pay a creditor the member's profits to satisfy a debt. Another thing is LLC interest foreclosure. A member's interest in the LLC can be foreclosed upon to satisfy a personal debt with a creditor. Another example is order for dissolution. A creditor can get a court order dissolving the LLC. The member's income from the dissolution and sale of the company's assets is sent to the creditor for personal debt. The member's income from the dissolution and sale of the company's assets is sent to the creditor for personal debt. So a charging order's purpose is to permit taking a member's income while protecting the LLC's other members. There is no need for the charging order's protection when the LLC is owned by just one member. Some courts in various states have held that single-member LLCs aren't automatically protected by requiring a charging order. Therefore, creditors can foreclose on a member's interest to fulfill personal debts. It is important to note that members of an LLC may be held personally liable for the debts and acts of the business if the member is proven to have treated the LLC as an extension of their personal affairs instead of as a separate business structure. If a court finds that a member is attempting to hide their personal activities and debts behind the limited liability of the business, then the member may be held personally liable. Now, for an LLC to be perceived as a separate legal entity, the members should act fairly and legally. They should not act in any way, or they should not attempt to misrepresent or distort material facts related to their finances to third parties. It is important that members properly fund the LLC. It's also important that they allocate enough capital to keep the business liquid. Now, as a member, you're going to want to make sure to manage the LLC finances separately from personal. Additionally, members will want to operate with a federal employee identification number rather than a personal social security number. This is known as an EIN. The way that members want to conduct a business is through a separate business bank account. It is important for members or a member to generate an operating agreement which addresses the terms that the company will follow regarding oversight, governing, and long-term operations. In short, an LLC may be your best option if you are a business owner. If you would like to learn more about how an LLC will best serve you and the many benefits that you may receive, click the link in the description box below to book your free consultation with a professional who will be able to address the many benefits that an LLC offers you. If you happen to have a question in regards to anything that I talked about in today's video, click the link in the description box below to book your free consultation with a professional who will be able to provide you with more information as to why an LLC is the most common business structure for entrepreneurs. If you haven't already, please make sure you hit the like and subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future videos. It's time to invest in yourself. It's time to rise. To continue learning more about LLCs, businesses, online businesses, go ahead and watch one of these videos.